What we have here is a review of the brand new album from Griselda rapper Westside Gunn. It's called Heels Have Eyes 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's right, Electric Boogaloo, because it's a part two. So obviously, automatically, it's an electric boogaloo. No, unfortunately, it's just Heels Have Eyes 2, minus the Electric Boogaloo. Now, I have to start this review with a particular memory because of the cover of the album here. Because if you don't know, this is former wrestler, rest in peace, by the way, Virgil. He was in WWF and WCW. And around this time of this photo, he was the character Virgil, who was the bodyguard of the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. At least that's how it was framed. He was a bodyguard, but really he was a butler, kind of a servant. It's pretty racist when you think back on all of it. A lot of what was going on back then was pretty racist. Now, the storyline was all this build up to eventually Virgil sticking up for himself against $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. Now, I remember watching that particular segment where Virgil finally stands up for himself. And in that segment, he takes the $1 million belt that you can see over there, and it ends up on the floor. Now, the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase, tells Virgil, "You pick up that belt." And I remember vividly the camera cuts to the audience, to the whole crowd of people, and you can see all of these people who are not the same complexion as myself or Virgil, all standing up and going, "Yeah, Virgil, you pick up that belt." And in case you didn't know, Virgil was supposed to be the good guy in this scenario. I've gone back and watched that segment, and they have edited how that was filmed, so it seems uh, less racist. But I always remember how things really went down and how people actually reacted. So that was funny in a very sad way. But anyway, the music. So, yes, Westside Gunn is back with even more music. It seems like Westside Gunn always has new music, which is cool, especially if you're a big fan of his output. And I will say, I really, really like this. I actually think this is one of his better projects that he's released in quite some time. His last full length project, 12, which was a record that I did enjoy, I reviewed it myself, I liked it, but I also felt like it was weird how much SD Knack was on the record. And I've said this many times. I love me some SD Knack. Huge fan. So I wasn't complaining necessarily. I just thought it was weird how it almost felt like a collaborative album between the two of them. I just felt like Westside Gunn kind of took too much of a backseat on the project as a whole, and this album feels a lot more like a Westside Gunn album. And I feel like also that the production on this record is very interesting. Like a lot of this album is very haunting and eerie and really perfectly complements the voice and the delivery of Westside Gunn, which makes this whole record for me leave quite the impression. I'm pretty sure my favorite song on this album is Powerhouse Hobbs. I've been listening to that track quite a few times the last 3 days. It's been kind of following me everywhere I go. And also, I did not know that I needed Mike and Westside Gunn on the same song until I got it on the track Blow Hendry on this album. To me, that just feels right. And I hope we get more of the two of them collaborating. I just loved it. And, I feel like I said this the last time that I reviewed a West Side project, but I'll just say it again in case I didn't say it the last time. But if you like West Side Gun, you will like this album. I'm pretty much willing to guarantee that because I feel like this is one of the better projects that he's released lately. And, I do understand that some people find him to be a bit of an acquired taste. They can't get past the voice or his delivery. But I do encourage those people to give this one a listen, give this a chance. I think it's pretty good. I think it's just the right amount of experimental as far as not to alienate a lot of hip hop fans out there. I'm digging it. I think it's pretty good. 8 sticks of butter. Peace, love, butter.